Today we're going to be playing a deck that we haven't touched in a little while, and since Mew is really popular, I think it's a good time to revisit a dark deck. And of course we're going to be playing everybody's favorite, and by everybody's favorite I mean the people who are not Gengar fans. We're going to be playing Eternatus, so let's just go to the video. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today, like I said and you saw in the title and thumbnail, we're playing Eternatus, but we're playing a slightly different version of Eternatus because I played against this on the ladder the other day and it was a little bit annoying, and I said, you know what, this is a really good idea. I don't unfortunately remember who I played against, so if this was you or if you had this idea, let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate, being able to give credit to whoever came up with this. But yeah, we're just gonna go hop into the deck list and we'll see what's different with this Eternatus list. Eternatus V 220 Dark type Pokemon. Dark is a really good typing at the moment because, well, Mew is about 17% of the meta at the moment, at least according to the latest Training Court data that we looked at in the last video. If you haven't, you should go check it out on this side. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, we don't really use Eternatus V too much. We do have Power Accelerator. It does 30 damage, and we can attach a Dark Energy card from our hand to one of our bench Pokemon. It's just a nice way, if we don't have the Eternatus VMAX immediately, that we can start to set up a second attacker on the bench. But really, we want to be using Eternatus VMAX. Now, 340 HP is the highest HP Pokemon we have in the game. It also has the Eternal Zone ability, which lets us put up to 8 Dark type Pokemon on our bench. Our attack Dread End for 2 Dark Energies does 30 damage times the number of Dark Pokemon we have in play. Because we can have 8 in the bench and 1 in the active, we have a total of 9 Dark Pokemon in play, which means 30 times 9 is 270. So you're hitting for really good damage as early as turn 2 if you can really pump out those Pokemon and you can get those energy attachments. Now, later in Brilliant Stars, we are going to be getting Choice Belts, which means we will be hitting Pokemon V for an additional 30 damage. So that 270 now suddenly goes up to 300, and we're at the lower limit of one-shotting Pokemon V Max, and we are absolutely taking one-shots on every V-Star we've seen available. So Eternatus VMAX is looking pretty good in the coming set. We do have a retreat cost of 3, but that's not really a problem. We'll talk about why in a minute. Our biggest issue is our weakness, which is fighting. Single Strike and Rapid Strike Urshifu are pretty popular and common. They're in the top 5 most played decks at the moment, so you're likely to find a fighting type deck, and it's not unwinnable, and we'll talk about why it's not unwinnable in just a second. The Single Strike Urshifu matchup is probably the worst matchup because Impact Blow is 180 damage base, and then if you multiply that by 2 for weakness, you're getting hit for 360. So even if you did have a big charm, once they put 1 Single Strike energy on, you're getting hit for 400 damage, which is more than you can ever tank with the Eternatus here. So how do we deal with something like Single Strike? Well, it's with the Galarian Weezing with the Neutralizing Gas ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon have no abilities except for Neutralizing Gas. And now, why is this really good? Is because if you can stall a little bit with Galarian Weezing, now your opponent can't use things like Inteleon to find what they want. They can't use Octillery's Rapid Strike Search. They can't use Houndoom's Single Strike Roar ability. Galarian Weezing's Neutralizing Gas does not apply only to Rule Box Pokemon. It's every Pokemon on your opponent's side. But it specifically says on your opponent's side, which means you can still have Dread End active. You can still use Crobat. You can still use Umbreon's ability with Galarian Weezing in the active. So this is just a really good way to kind of stall Pokemon out. Severe Poison does 40 poison damage, and it only costs 1 energy. So it's really, honestly, a good card. Something we see in other decks, other Sableye V decks at the moment, things to help kind of counter Mew. So the plan is to use Koffing with the Ascension. You just attach that Dark Energy, and now you just search your deck for the Galarian Weezing Now all of a sudden on your opponent's turn, they don't have abilities in play. We do, of course, have Crobat with the Dark Acid, so we can draw up to 6 cards in our hand. And we have Umbreon V and VMAX as good secondary attackers. If we are going against something like an Urshifu, we can use Umbreon because it's weak to grass, not fighting. It also has the Dark Signal ability, which when we play this card from our hand to evolve one of our Pokemon, we can switch one of our opponent's bench Pokemon with the active. And now, I got a question about this on one of my other videos, and they said, well, I'm playing against Mew, for example, and the active Pokemon and one of the bench Pokemon have Fusion Strike energies. Do I need to get rid of both of those in order to use Dark Signal? And the answer is no. You only have to worry about something like Fusion Strike energy on the Pokemon you are targeting. Yes, this effect, it causes 2 Pokemon to change positions, right? One's going from the bench to the active, and the other's going from the active to the bench. But you're only targeting one Pokemon. So if the active Pokemon has Fusion Strike energy, which makes it so that you can't target it with abilities, it doesn't matter because you're not targeting the active Pokemon with this ability. You're targeting a bench Pokemon. So just a little bit of clarification on that. But for 1 Dark Energy and 2 colorless, you're hitting for 160. Again, against things like Mew, you're going to be taking knockouts on Mew, but really you're going to be using Umbreon as just a supporter Pokemon to gust up your opponent's Pokemon, and also as a way to kind of keep your Pokemon from having type disadvantage. So we made a couple of quick changes. We added 2 Galar Mines, we have 1 Rose Tower, 1 Training Court, and we also added in 1 Piers and a Vitality Band. Vitality Band is going to let us do a little bit more damage. Piers lets us search our deck for a dark energy, for any energy card and a dark Pokemon. So we can find a Hiding Dark Energy if we need. We can find an Umbreon VMAX. We can find an Eternatus VMAX. We can find whatever kind of dark Pokemon we need and an energy to make sure that we are able to attack. Galar Mine is going to increase the retreat cost of both active Pokemon by 2. We don't really care so much because we do have Hiding Dark Energy that gives us free retreat on all of our Pokemon, because all of our Pokemon are dark types, and it's going to help lock our opponent's Pokemon in the active with something like Weezing, and so now they're always going to be taking that stacking poison damage. So that's pretty much the list. Let's see how it goes. If this is your first time checking out the channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you giving it a try. If you haven't, subscribe, like, leave a comment on those videos. It's all good things to tell YouTube that this is a good video and other people should watch it. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we are doing a super cool giveaway, and we'll talk more about that at the end of this video. So we have a pretty solid start here. I actually am a fan. We'll see what we're up against. But at the moment, I'm liking this. We have Quick Ball. We can discard whatever we top deck so we don't lose our energy. We have the Umbreon VMAX. We have the Eternatus V. And we're going against... This is looking pretty solid. I'm actually going to get rid of this Umbreon VMAX for now. Let's go ahead and get... We're going to get another Eternatus. We'll throw it down, and we'll Crobat for 4. A lot of energy. Great Ball for an Eternatus VMAX, so we have it for the next turn. And that's pretty much all we can do for now, but we can't Ascension, unfortunately, because it's not our first turn. So they will be able to get some... the Fusion Strike system off with Genesect. Let's hope they fail this Cramomatic. They do. Very nice. They have a second Cramomatic. Oh boy. How did they do on this one? Of course they hit it, but they did lose 2 of their escape ropes already, so not ideal for them, especially once we increase the retreat cost of stuff. I'm drinking chocolate milk because I'm a child. So we don't have to attach another energy to this Koffing. We can literally just hit with Ascension, and now all their abilities kind of go out the window. Gives us a turn. but no energy attachment. Very interesting. So we will go ahead and evolve here. We'll get rid of a basic energy. We do want to Crobat again. So we're getting Crobat for a few more cards. We got the Weezing. We have the Training Court to get the Dark Energy back from the discard pile, so we can afford to Marnie here. I think that's pretty good. Well, quick, Great Ball, see what we can pull. We got another VMAX, that's fine. They can't. The most they'll be able to get is 3. They're not going to be able to take a knockout on my Eternatus VMAXs, but I think I'm going to hang. You know what? Yeah, this way they can't attack it. We'll throw a Tool Jammer here. We are going to go ahead and get the energy now. And we can bump. And then let's go ahead. We'll dump the Evolution Incense and we'll Rose Tower for 2. And we're just going to Severe Poison for 40 damage. So now they can't free retreat with Air Balloon because of Tool Jammer. And yeah, they're in a little bit of a tough spot. We have an Eternatus that's going to be able to attack if they do happen to attack us this next turn. A Hiding Dark Energy here would be kind of nice. They do get the Sparkle. So they are going to be attacking with Meloetta. They attach to the Genesect. That's interesting. Genesect only has 190 HP, and it needs 2 of their 4 Fusion Strike energies to attack. And they already have 1 on Meloetta, so once these 2 get knocked out, they are pretty much in a lot of trouble there. And they're loading up the bench with Mews. How are they able to Fusion Strike system? Oh, because that, okay, it ignores abilities. Okay, smart. Smart. Okay, well, unfortunately, that's gonna get. I can't ping it because of the stupid. Oh man, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Let's see, what do we find out here? We'll grab it, I guess. Man, this is such a waste. This is such a waste to attack this thing. Man. They're already down a Fog Crystal, 1 Power Tablet, so Mew, the most it can do is 210, 240, 270, 300 with 3 Power Tablets. So we still won't get knocked out. I think I want to hold on to this boss in case they do. Do I take out the Genesect or do I take out a Mew? Oh man, we're just gonna pass. We'll let that get knocked out. Well, hang on. We'll see what they do. I don't want to burn the boss in case they VMAX something else, like on the bench. Try to take a turn to set it up. Now I have the boss to go ahead, and they're just going to go and VMAX the active. Okay. So let's see what they go ahead and get rid of. Or Choreo. Haven't seen that. And they're just going to go ahead and concede. I guess they don't have the energy in hand. Very, very nice. Game would have been a little bit better if we were able to ping with the Zigzagoon and take the knockout on the Meloetta, but whatever. Let's go ahead and try one more game. Looks like we might be playing a fighting type, which is never a good thing, but I guess it's a good way to test this deck. We do win the coin flip, which means we do want to go first. We have a bunch of evolutions. What do we got? We got the Koffing start. That's pretty nice. They're not going to be able to attack us immediately. And we do have the Umbreon, which is really good too, because Umbreon's a nice second attacker. And we're playing Rapid Strike Urshifu, not as affected by Koffing as Single Strike is. And what we'll do is we will go ahead and Great Ball. We'll get an Eternatus. Great Ball again. We'll get another Koffing, actually. And let's I think we hang off. We hang on here. I think that's okay. We could quick ball for something, but I really don't even know what we would quick ball for at the moment. So no real need to play it. They're not going to be able to use any of their abilities this coming turn, because we will be able to Piers for an energy and for a Weezing. So we could Ascension, but I don't really want to attach an energy to it. Never mind, they are going to hit it for 60 damage with Strafe, which is just enough to take the knockout here. And that's pretty annoying. And they're going to go ahead and give me the Urshifu again. So we will just Koffing again. I'm glad we didn't attach an energy to it. We'll Piers. We'll get this and an energy. We'll attach an energy here. We'll go ahead and let's bring up this guy. A Crobat for 4. We got an Evolution Incense, that's not bad. We can get our Eternatus VMAX. Put some more Pokemon on the bench. We're going to hang on to this Crobat. We're not going to use it right now. And we're just going to chill. And that's where we're going to hang out. Now they're going to boss up. Okay, well, it's very unfortunate they had the boss in hand. So they will be able to hit us for 300 damage. Man, this is already not going very well. They just happen to have the things they need in hand to fully negate the strategy that you would want to implement with this Eternatus deck against the fighting type deck. So, unfortunate that they had it right away. I mean, they only had 4 cards in hand, so what are the odds that they had it? Apparently, 100%. And now they're going to go ahead and Gale Thrust for 300 damage. The reason they're going to Gale Thrust is because then, no matter what, they're going to Rapid Flow. Okay. I can't bring this to the bench now because I thought they were going to Gale Toss and then Rapid Flow next turn. Because they know I can't knock it out in one hit. So I'm a little confused. We'll just go ahead and get the other Weezing. It does not really matter at this point. We'll draw 3. I could have failed it. We'll drop an Eternatus, and we're just going to go ahead and research. I mean, at this point, we might as well just fill up the bench, right? Sure. Sure. Let's just, whatever. I don't have particularly high hopes for this anyway. They have to do 100 damage, so they got to be able to retreat twice. Again, I do not know what their plan was with the rapid flow. I thought they would for sure. I'm not going to Marnie them. But just so I don't have to, like, lose my bench after. I'm just going to hang on, because, yeah. Now I'll be able to hit for 270, even if they take the knockout. Of course, they top deck of research. Why wouldn't they? Sure. Might as well, right? Might as well top deck the research, then they get the switch. Yeah, no, and the energy and the Jersile, man, they are just living it up. I mean, they couldn't ask for anything better. Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? Sure. Yeah, we'll have everything that you could ever possibly want. Oh, man. I don't want to drop this Crobat because they could just boss it and win with a Gale Thrust. So we're just going to go Max Darkness. We don't really have much. And we can't even use the ability because of Path to the Peak. So we could have Marnied. I don't really think it's going to matter too much. There's the Air Balloon, so they just can go ahead and Gale Thrust, which will be just enough to take the win. Because 150 and 160 is 310, so they don't actually need to research for anything. So we're just going to go ahead and concede. If they're not going to go and take the win, then we're not going to sit here and just let them do whatever. If you have the chance to take the win, you know it's secured, just take the win. Don't drag it out. Don't be like that. There's really no point. We're not playing in a massive tournament where you want to make sure that you're getting the win. Like it's a ladder game. Just get the win and be over with it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for us today. Overall, I thought the deck functioned pretty well. We got some unfortunate luck there with our opponent. I mean, not only did they top deck a research and draw into literally everything they could possibly need with that research. We just had a strong start. Our start was okay. It's actually not bad. I was a fan of that start, but you could see what the plan would be with that deck. Maybe there's some adjustments here or there that we can make. Maybe some additional Galar Mines. The Rose Tower, I did actually feel like kind of helped because there are going to be times where you empty out your hand to throw Pokemon on the bench and play those Evolution Incense and Great Balls, and you'd be surprised how often that you do empty out your hand and you have 1 or 2 cards, and that Rose Tower can be pretty helpful in getting a couple of more cards and maintain consistency over a couple of turns. So overall, I thought the deck functioned pretty well. I was happy with it. It's just beating Mew, that's like the one thing this deck is really meant to do, but you at the same time, you're going to be losing to single and rapid strike most of the time. You're also going to be kind of, I think Jolteon's also a really tough matchup because they're going to be able to put damage onto any of your bench Pokemon, really, with Max Thunder Rumble. If you can stall long enough with Koffing and Weezing so that they can't use their Sobbles, Drizzile, and Teleon line to find the consistency pieces they need. Maybe you have a chance, but, you know, that's kind of not as easy to do, but I know you got enough Pokemon search and draw power where you might be able to pull it off a little bit more frequently than I'm giving it credit for, so who really knows. But I think the Trainer Hill data showed Jolteon does beat Eternatus, but either way, overall, I did like the deck. If you want a budget, Eternatus is not very expensive at the moment, and I call it budget, but if you want a more affordable dark deck to kind of handle Mew, maybe you play just a ton of Mews, or you really like how Eternatus plays and just filling up the bench with dark type Pokemon, you could throw Hoopa in there, which hits for psychic damage. And its ability lets it hit for dark and psychic, so you can kind of cover your fighting type matchups a little bit better. You don't have to rely on Umbreon, which isn't as hard hitting. You can be using Hoopa and take knockouts. That's not a bad idea. So yeah, I do think with Ultra Ball and stuff like that Eternatus gets a little bit better. Choice Spells, Eternatus gets a little bit better. So we'll have to see what happens, but overall, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Giveaway. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, this is the stuff we're giving away. 1 second. Let's, first place is getting a first edition Gym, what is this, Gym Challenge? Yeah, Gym Challenge sealed booster pack. First place, that's what you, I mean, come on. What could you possibly ask for that's better than this? So first edition Gym Challenge booster pack to the first place winner. Second place winner is going to get to choose between a 7.5 Venusaur and a 5.5 first edition Jolteon, and you're going to get your choice of a Clefairy base set 2 or a unlimited Hitmonchan. So the second place winner gets to choose one of each, right? One graded card, one non-graded card, and then the third place winner receives the whatever's left. So second place chooses the Venusaur and Hitmonchan. Third place will get the Jolteon and Clefairy, that type of deal. What do other people win? Well, fourth and fifth place, the people who come in fourth and fifth, are going to be getting some PTCGO codes. They're going to be just a random assortment of codes, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have 5 winners. The first 3 are really, really nice prizes, if I do say so myself. They come out of my personal collection, and that's all to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. So once we hit that 1,000 milestone, we will have a video talking about how to enter, who can enter, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, there we go. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.